And Pastor Fred, this is the follow through. And what is this? You're wondering, like, it's where we listen to God, right? We're going to get into some Bible passages, but also we want to live those out. We want to live it out. Live for Him every day. So hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody. We are in Romans 7, verse 18. Today I want to talk a little bit about, right, as we've been looking at this grace is greater thing, that there is this issue of false humility in our lives. We know what it is. We do it ourselves sometimes. Like, it's basically saying, somebody compliments you and you're like, it wasn't really anything, but we really thought it was something. We thought like, wow, what an accomplishment. But we don't want to appear like we're full of ourselves, because again, that's another problem that we have. We wonder about what everyone thinks of us, rather than what God not only thinks of us, but what He's done for us, right? So in steps a guy named Paul, he wrote half of the stuff in the New Testament. Huge, had persecuted the church. I mean, this guy's got an amazing story. God saves him, and he becomes one of the most important people in the early church, bar none. And it's all the work of God, because really it would be impossible without God for him to do any of these things. So Paul knows weakness. In fact, he talks about this. He had some kind of a physical thing, and he prayed that God would take it away, but he said, look, my grace is sufficient for you. And in Romans 7, he talks about his weaknesses. So here's this powerful guy who had all these incredible credentials, because he had them. I mean, he grew up under the best teachers. I mean, he was off the charts when it came to getting after it and doing things for God. But he's like, look, the chief of sinners is who I am. And in this passage, he talks about his struggle. He's open with it. He says, I know, in verse 18 of Romans 7, he goes, I know that nothing good dwells in me. That is in my flesh, right? In his physical, in his mind and all the other things, and in his life, he goes, I can search and search and search. I'm not going to find anything good. Nothing that would be pleasing to God, nothing where God would go, wow, that's awesome, that's impressive. Man, that's why I got you on the team. No, it's none of those things. Here's why. He goes, because I have the desire to do what is right. Now, God has put the Holy Spirit in him. God has shown him the right way, that it's about Jesus and how he suffered and how he died. So he wants to do those things, but he doesn't have the ability to carry it out. He needs God. And this is talking about his present situation. Right here, right now. This isn't before he came to faith and now he's all better. No, he's going, look, I have this reality now that all the good that gets done is God doing it. It's His power, it's His strength. It's because He's transforming me. It's because He's leading me. He gives me the words to say. He brings me alive, gives me ears to hear, eyes to see, all those things. It's all Him. And that's so important for us to see that this guy, Paul, I mean, if anybody could brag and pat himself on the back, it's him. But he's at the top of the line, front of the line going, no. No, this is about Jesus. He says, I bring weakness and brokenness. I bring a hot mess to the table when it comes to God. But God takes that and forgives me, gives me life, gives me hope, sets me free, rescues me from myself. See, that's the thing. We don't wallow in all of this. This isn't, oh, woe is me, and oh, man, and we're going to have a big pity party. No, not at all. Cancel that. No, he's going, God's got something so much better, because the pity party keeps you stuck, right? It keeps you in your sin, right? And keeps you from seeing God's grace. He wants you to see that you're free. Not to be arrogant, not to boast, not to do any of those things, but to simply just know that you are loved by Him, that finally there's somebody who cares, who really does, and that's Jesus. He bled for you, died for you, He rose for you, and He's made you His own. I pray that you trust that. I pray that you believe that today, and that brings just hope that you can't even imagine into your life. We'll talk to you next time.